Now, it's a wiretapping allegation that has shocked the world of American football. Police in New Orleans are investigating a report that the manager of the city's football team listened in to the tactical chats of opposing coaches. Some team members have already been found guilty of a bounty scandal, offering payments to players in return for badly injuring key opponents. The head coach has already been suspended for his role in that. And this latest scandal couldn't come at a worse time, as our Washington correspondent Matt Fry reports.
The Superdome. It was once the iconic image of desperation after Hurricane Katrina. A sports arena turned rancid refugee camp from the rising tide. It was the focus of the rebuilding of New Orleans, the home of the team with a name that encapsulated their place in American soul-searching after the storm.
The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champs for the first time ever.
The Saints were beatified in American culture, especially when they thumbed their nose at adversity to win the Super Bowl just 4 years after Katrina. Here they were celebrating their victory at the White House with a newfound fan, President Obama. In New Orleans' famous French Quarter, the crowds went nuts. All that now seems a distant memory, as the Saints have been recast as sinners. The Saints' general manager, Mickey Loomis, is accused of something more reminiscent of the Nixon White House, bugging the opposing team.
When it rains, it pours, and it's certainly falling down right now on the Saints.
Sports channel ESPN reported an anonymous source detailing a listening device inside the stadium. Originally intended for the manager to listen to his own coach, their source alleged it was rewired so that the opposing team could also be heard and vital clues on their tactics gleaned. Loomis denied it in the strongest possible terms.
In my 28 or 29 years in the NFL, I have never listened to an opposing team's communications. I have never asked for the capability to listen to an opposing team's communications. I have never inquired as to the possibility of listening in on an opposing team's communications. And I have never been aware of any capability to listen in on an opposing team's communications at the Superdome or at any NFL stadium.
But this is just the latest allegation of cheating against the saintly Louisiana team. Loomis already faces a suspension for his part in what's now being called cash for crunches. Here's how it worked. Players were told to injure members of other teams for cash. This match against the San Francisco 49ers is a case in point. Numerous Saints players implicated, offers of thousands of dollars for inflicting horrific injuries, including concussions, on opposition players like Frank Gore. Unbelievable? Well, here's the recording to prove it.
We need to decide on how many times we can beat Frank Gore's head.
Kill the head, the body. We've got everything in the world to make sure we kill Frank Gore's head. We want him running sideways. We want his head sideways.
Former Saints defensive coordinator Greg Williams, who admitted managing the bounty program, is now the most vilified man in American sports. But the irony and the defense case for the players was that the Saints actually lost the game that he was talking about. The players are appealing the sanctions imposed on them, insisting their innocence of actually carrying out his instructions. But the clouds still hang over the Superdome, and the image of the squeaky clean all-American game of rough and tumble is tarnished in a rather unsaintly way. Matt Fry, Channel 4 News, Washington.